Hello, and welcome back to the Investment Diary. Today we're taking on one of the most talked about companies in the world, Novo Nordisk. Its recent Q2 2025 earnings have sent shockwaves through the market, with the stock price taking a significant hit. But while many see risk, we see a generational buying opportunity. We're going to break down the numbers, dissect the narrative, and show you why, in our high-conviction view, Novo Nordisk is now extremely undervalued. Let's also address the elephant in the room. The stock has been under pressure, and the headlines are full of doom and gloom. Lowered guidance, a new CEO, and fierce competition, these are all real factors. Before we start, if you're getting value from this video, please subscribe to the channel. We just passed 50 subscribers, so a huge thank you to everyone who's followed the Investment Diary. Now let's dive into it. Let's start with the hard numbers for the first half of 2025. As you can see, the top line is still incredibly strong. Sales were DKK 154.9 billion, representing a 16% increase in Danish kroner and an even more impressive 18% at constant exchange rates. This growth is translating directly to the bottom line, with operating profit surging 29% and net profit up 22%. Earnings per share also saw a healthy jump to $5.96. These are phenomenal growth numbers for a company of this scale. Now, let's break down where that growth is coming from. The biggest story, no surprise, is their obesity care segment, which grew by an explosive 58%. This is being almost entirely driven by Wegovy, which saw sales grow by an astonishing 78%. The flip side, however, is that their older obesity drug, Saxenda, is now in decline, down 50%, as the market shifts to the more effective weekly treatments. Their GLP-1 diabetes segment, which includes blockbuster drugs like Ozempic, saw more modest but still respectable growth of 8%. Interestingly, this growth is strong in the US, up 9%, but it's down 11% in China, pointing to some channel disruptions we need to keep an eye on. The rare diseases segment is also a standout, growing 28%, with rare endocrine diseases leading the way at 49% growth. This is where things get a bit more complicated. The market is not sitting still. Competition from Eli Lilly's Mounjaro and unauthorized compounded Semaglutide is intensifying. Novo Nordisk is fighting back on the legal front, having filed 130 lawsuits to protect its intellectual property and market share. This is a very real headwind. On the leadership side, there's a major transition underway. A new CEO, Mike Daustard, is set to take over on August 7th. His key focus will be on improving cost discipline and commercial efficiency to help navigate this more competitive environment. This is a crucial transition, and investors will be watching closely to see how he executes. Perhaps the biggest headline from the earnings call was the revised guidance. Novo Nordisk has trimmed its full-year sales growth forecast to a range of 8 to 14%, down from a previous estimate of 21 to 23%. They also trimmed operating profit guidance. This is a clear signal that they anticipate the competitive pressures to have a real impact. Despite this, the company's financial health remains robust. They're increasing their interim dividend by 7% to DKK 3.75 per share, a sign of confidence in their free cash flow, which stood at a massive 33.6 billion DKK. They've also returned 36.5 billion to shareholders. The Novo Nordisk story is far from over. Their pipeline continues to be a source of long-term upside. They've confirmed they're advancing their drug for ATTR amyloidosis, coramitug, into a Phase 3 trial in 2025. This shows a commitment to expanding into new therapeutic areas like cardiology. Their core growth engine, Wegovy, is still in the early stages of its global rollout, and that momentum is a powerful force. This diversification of their pipeline, coupled with a renewed focus on execution under new leadership, are the long-term themes that we believe still make this an incredibly compelling investment. Finally, we'd be remiss not to address the key risks. The primary one is GLP-1 pricing pressure from Eli Lilly and other competitors, which could impact their margins. We also need to monitor the regulatory and legal risks associated with the fight against compounding pharmacies. And of course, there's the execution risk with the new CEO taking the helm during this pivotal time. Lastly, the company's performance in key international markets, especially in China and the broader APAC region, will be a key area to watch. So, in summary, Novo Nordisk is facing real headwinds, but its core business is still incredibly strong. The new leadership and a diversified pipeline offer significant long-term potential. This is a company in transition, but it's a transition from one phase of dominance to the next. That's all for today. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the companies shaping our future. Until next time, happy investing.